Welcome to The Know. I'm Brian.
And I'm John.
It's no secret, John. Video games, they're a tough industry to work in.
They are.
Yeah, the hours can be long, grinding, especially during crunch time when it's close to a game's release date. Well, apparently the employees at one French developer had had enough. They went on strike.
Finally, the French have stood up for something.
Yeah,
employees, I love France. I just want to make that clear. It's just an easy joke. That's all.
John Rising.
Yeah, just put that in the comments. So employees of Jenzen Systems, which is the studio that made the tactical real-time strategy game Steel Division, Normandy 44, are currently striking over issues like unpaid overtime.
While strikes in the gaming industry, they're not unheard of, they're pretty rare, especially on the developer side. Although we did see a pretty long strike last year here in the US by the video game voice actors.
That we did. In this case, the strike involves 21 workers at Jenzen Systems who say they've been discussing issues with management for almost 15 months, but apparently things didn't get worked out. A lot of it apparently had to do with unpaid overtime and the company violating minimum wage laws, according to the employees.
Finally, yesterday, they're like, fuck this. We're not working anymore. In a statement on Twitter, which was translated by the good folks at Reset Era, the employees said, the refusal to pay us what is legally required by law, and faced with the obvious lack of consideration for the value of our work, we arrived at the conclusion that, to be heard, we had no option but to go on strike.
Jenzen Systems later posted a statement confirming that 21 out of its 44 employees went on strike. The developer said that there was an issue last month with payslips going out late, but it blamed the latest legislative reforms for the delay.
Jenzen Systems also denied, while smoking a cigarette and wearing a beret, that there is a crunch culture at the studio. The developer said that it asked 3 employees to work on a Saturday back in 2010 when a game was about to be published, but, quote, since then we have released 5 games and crunch never happened again.
Say goodbye to all the Knows French watchers.
We love you guys.
Yeah, they're gone. They're not seeing this anymore. While strikes don't happen that much in video games, there's definitely more of a tradition of workers striking in France, and that goes across all industries. Back in 2011, employees of another French developer, Kdin Games, went on a symbolic one-day strike. That was to protest what employees called mismanagement by its parent company, Atari.
But more recently, you remember the video game voice actor strike. That was a big deal. That work stoppage was by the voice actors who were part of the SAG-AFTRA union, which is a different group.
That is. In that case, the strike revolved around work conditions and wages. It resolved after they worked out an agreement with developers that included a bonus payment schedule, and it also required developers to be more transparent about the projects that actors are working on.
Yeah, but that strike took almost a year to resolve, and it did impact some games like the Resident Evil 2 remake because of the original voice actors behind Leon and Claire were among the striking actors.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Also, for Chloe Price's voice in Life is Strange, actress Ashley Birch, who voiced the lead character in the original game, was unable to reprise her role in Life is Strange Before the Storm due to the strike, although she did return later in an additional episode of the game. So
yes, strikes, they can be a long and drawn out process. This could definitely impact whatever Jenzen Systems is working on.
Speaking of Jenzen Systems, if you're not familiar, the studio has been around since 2000, and it's based out of Paris. They're known for making pretty hardcore RTS games, which aren't typically big sellers, but have a base of dedicated fans. The company released Steel Division Normandy 44 last year. It's set during World War II during the invasion of Normandy. That game, pretty well received. It got an 83 on Metacritic. GameSpot said its magic is undeniable. Jenzen Systems also released Act of Aggression Reboot Edition in 2015 and Wargame Red Dragon in 2014. And according to the website, they're currently working on 2 top secret projects. Not working on it right now, I bet. So maybe the strike had something to do with that. It's hard to say, but we do know that the company is currently hiring for various positions like level builders. On its website, Jenzen Systems says we offer competitive salary and great work conditions in one of the most lively and popular areas of Paris. P.S. Here's our statement about the current strike. Yeah. Like we said, they're pretty rare in gaming, but it's been reported that the voice actor strike last year terrified some studios who, according to a Vice article, are worried that their development teams might also unionize. Maybe. Kate Edwards, executive director of the International Game Developers Association, told Vice at the time, without a doubt, many game developers are paying attention to the SAG-AFTRA strike, and the action did cause a resurgence in discussions around unionization beyond voice actors and the potential implications.
Tommy Tallarico, a game music composer who founded the Game Audio Network Guild, also told Vice, the programmers working on these games, they're giving their blood, sweat, and tears, and they're getting paid good money, but they're working every day, 15-hour days, and then a voice actor comes in and does a 4-hour recording session and demands royalties on that game.
So, why don't most studio employees unionize?
Well, the games industry is still a pretty insular business,
Thanks.
and it's possible that employees don't want to get blacklisted or, put on the shit list if they start trying to unionize coworkers.
Yeah, there are risks. Also, there's a lot of people who want to work in video games, which means that there's usually a fresh supply of talent that's always out there.
Meanwhile, labor unions in the U.S., at least here, they've been on the decline for decades, so that plays into it as well, at least over here in the States.
As for UGen, it looks like the employees might dig in for the long haul. There's already a crowdfunding site that's been set up to help the strikers with expenses, and the work stoppage was still going on when we made this video.
In their statement, the striking employees said, "We did not want the conflict, and we were even ready to accept a number of compromises, but faced with such a lack of respect, all we have to do is use our most fundamental right, which, if it doesn't solve all the issues we're facing, will hopefully draw the attention of our players, public opinion, or elected officials to the catastrophic situation of the industry we work in."
Oh, and they signed it, striking employees of UGen systems who, allow us to remind you, are not NPCs.
Oh, that's a video game burn right
It
there.
is. They're nerds.
So yeah, unless things get ironed out with management, it looks like this could go on for a while.
What do you guys think of the UGen system employees striking? Do you play their games? Let us know in the comments.
And for all your video game news, striking or no, be sure to like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the Know.